Weak ass nigga. Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? It is this bitch ass nigga on here.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucks and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a second down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. On third down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost almost every snap. If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Winston to Thomas there for the Saints' first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
He got 29 yards that time. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
From the red zone now, Winston. A loss of 2 there, second down. Jameis to throw it. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Winston. And it's a fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Watson now to throw. He's got a man complete. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 12 on the year. answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes a field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same. But the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Faking the give. Now Watson. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Following the interception, Winston. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they'll get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
They go play action. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston again, it's Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Winston. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it. In the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. Now it brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively. It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive. The way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging. Little tapestry, if you will. Oh, I like it. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Browns at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the gun, they'll try to run it to the 27-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
York able to send this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first down throw for Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before the break. Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 25 on second down, Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him involved in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, Winston. And he's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. In the first half, he was held in check and on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Pacheco with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength is on display there. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. It's caught at the 1, and he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Winston. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll throw again. Winston. This complete to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Thomas will come in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Play action now. Winston. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
Yeah, was expecting. He's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Winston now. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jameis again. Catch made here by Campbell. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To the air again with Winston. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Down inside the 40.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Watson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Always got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Kamara up the middle. Tackled by Jordan Elliott. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Browns drive about to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the fire drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw, Watson. Steps away. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Watson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And that's caught inside the 35. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.